I'm Joe America.
And I'm Frank Nation. And we are your beacon of truth.
Here on the Beacon of Truth, we give the cold, hard facts about today's America.
Too many news outlets are biased and spreading lies to implant fear directly into the brains of our beloved American people.
Before that, ladies and gents, may we all stand for the national anthem. Breaking news! Joe Biden will soon be impeached as a new law has been passed by Congress. In just 3 days of running for presidency above 5'4", you will be immediately executed by lethal injection. The new running candidates include Danny DeVito, Kevin Hart, and Peter Dinklage, all in the Libertarian Party.
In other news, it seems the woke leftist liberal infidels have raided and broken into Donald Trump's log cabin in Wyoming and killed his 38-ounce poodle. At exactly 1:12 p.m., a pickup truck was spotted crashing into the east side wall, allowing the They Them militia to raid the building and obliterate his poor poodle. We at the Beacon of Truth wish to have a moment of silence for our fallen pooch.
Breaking news in the racing world, as women have not only been banned from participating in Nascar races, they can no longer view them. Starting in just 3 days, any woman who sees a car on a racetrack will be charged $14 directly from said woman's bank account. The owner of NASCAR, Peter Dinklage, agreed to revert this rule if elected president in the upcoming election. Even though that little man is so small, he's making huge steps in preparations for his campaign.
Now to get our bearings, we'll go to a quick commercial break. Stay saluting, Patriots, because we'll be right back.
Attention! If you or a loved one have been impacted by the actions of the retirement home Dirtslinger, you may be entitled to financial compensation. The Dirtslinger's effects on a human mind and body can leave someone with lingering effects. Exposure to the actions of the retirement home Dirtslinger in his natural habitat may have put you at risk. Please don't wait. Call 505-503-4455 for free legal consultation and financial information packet. 505-503-4455.
Welcome back to the Beacon of Truth. Now, while our opinions are absolutely invaluable, everyone knows that the opinion of the public is vital to any argument. That's why we sent Joe out into the field to ask the public what they think about the recent actions of those darn Democrats. To you, Joe.
That's a Democrat right there. He said go blue. He knows what he's talking about. Hi, I'm Joe America, and today we're going to be interviewing people, asking them what they currently think about Democrats taking over the sun using solar panels. What's your current thought on Democrats taking control of the sun using solar panels?
Sounds like a very big problem.
Honestly, I'm a little scared. I don't
want the sun to run out.
I think it's horrible, man, the amount of waste it does. You know, they say it charges your house, you put it on your roof, the new shit.
I think we can go after the major companies because that's where a lot of the issues are.
Yeah.
If you are gonna smoke a cigarette, make sure you're putting it out, because everyone's like, oh, it's one person, it's one thing you're doing wrong, but it's all building up and it leads to crazy things.
My favorite animal, they're turtles, so I have a little turtle here, and you can cut your straws up and recycle your plastic.
It can't run out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if it does, then you can't get potatoes. You need potatoes.
I got the Mac, I got the iPad. I don't have the AirPods though. Those seem to be popular, but I don't have those.
They're homeless people. I don't know. I'm not saying like it's a bad thing. Hold up. I don't know.
You look really bad right now, dude.
It's just a lot of plastic that's in the ocean, which would be solved if they'd have more recycling down there, and they don't. They don't have any, like recycling along the edges of the beaches.
So one time I was taking teenagers later, we went to a little town in Oregon, because I'm from Spokane, Washington, and we passed a high school called Winston Churchill High School.
Would your turtle like to say anything?
Yeah, just recycle your trash.
Okay.
Did I mention I graduated at the top of my class?
Like you need potatoes. If you ask me, we need potatoes.
I looked at Winston Churchill at a statue of him and I thought, wonder who that was.
Fred Fazbear's on the up and up. What do you think about that? No idea what you're talking about.
I graduated at the top of my high school, and in retrospect, I knew nothing.
Red. Would you mind me asking what your GPA was?
Sure. It was about 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's always exciting to hear the public opinion, right, Joe?
That's right, Frank.
Though, keep in mind that our opinion is still probably the most valuable.
And now, back to the news. Disney's new woke release, Gay Hippo, starring Harrison Ford, has been set to a limited viewing of only 3 minutes in China. We uncovered audio entailing what the CEO had to say.
Man, I don't give a about none of that over in China and man. That. I'ma just... Man, this chili good as
Absolutely horrific.
Now hold on, Joe. It sounds like we got some breaking news. It seems that the individual driving the pickup truck into Donald Trump's log cabin, which we mentioned earlier, was revealed to be Peter Dinklage. He orchestrated the entire raid, working with the liberals to take down his poor pooch. Dinklage has now been removed from the upcoming presidential election and fined $25. We'll keep you updated if any information is discovered.
Wow, Frank. What a story. I would have never seen that coming.
Okay.
After that crazy story, let's dial it back a bit with our home address of the week. 1776 West Maple Street is a beautiful home in Wichita, Kansas. Zip code 67213.
That's one hell of an address.
I'll tell you that much.
Man, look at that. What a kitchen.
God damn. God bless America.
Holy f***.
If I was a woman, I'd be wet.
Yep, that was a real place for sure. Well, now it's time to say goodbye as we close out our first episode. Until then, stay away from those fake biased news outlets, because all you need is the beacon of truth. Good night, everyone.
Hey, guys, where's my coffee? Get the intern in here right now. There he is. You're right there, that's perfect now. Oh. Come back here, buddy. Just a little closer, okay? Next time you get me a coffee, order the right thing. I wanted vanilla cream with hazelnut, you idiot. I'm working with a bunch of morons.